Okay, so here we go. This is the Karmann Ghia. I have the hood open, so that's why it's cracked. But it's just been pulled out of the garage here not too long ago. I washed it just because I hadn't over the winter time, and I thought, like, what the heck, I'll get the dust off of it at least. So let's have a walk around real quick. As I mentioned before, the bumpers and everything are of the original chrome, and they're in pretty good shape. And I got a little bit of hazing here, but for the most part it's really good. This is the only dent in the bumper. Actually, it's the only dent in any of the bumpers. That paint crazing I was telling you about it right here. There's a little bit. It's here and there around the car, but it's not really noticeable unless you really get up close to it. The nose, the reflection, everything is good to go. All the seam work is proper. The lights and everything are all in great shape. The bezels are great. Let's open up the hood here real quick. The interior of the boot. And again, everything is where it should be. The wiring harness is brand new, but it's color coded correctly, so it follows the manual. If you ever had to troubleshoot that, which I highly doubt you would. Everything works in here too. So we've got our gas tank, 40-liter tank, and then our VIN plate there, and then we have the interior here. Again, this is just pulling it out after the winter. Nothing done really. So you can tell it's in very good condition. Just maybe a little dirty as well. So, pop this back down. I'll show you that. Well, firstly, before I pop it down, this area in here, this is all in solid condition. There's no rust issues at all throughout the entire edge. All the sealant is new, and it is waterproof. Okay, with it closed, you can tell that there's no problems with the mating surfaces, and it more or less proves that the car has not been hit in the nose, which is unusual for Ghias. You can see that, again, the reflection is really nice in the paint in the visible places. I do have a small scratch right here. It's probably from the bumper. Again, it's not too noticeable. The most important things are rust, of course. The areas in here are all very solid. All the undercoating is done. And I showed you photographs of that. You've probably seen them already, so it's not too, we're not going to go too deep into that. Sorry about the glare. I mentioned before that we needed a little bit of work here to get this tuned. It closes fine. I mean, the door shuts solid enough. It's just that it needs a little bit of adjustment. Paintwork, again, you can get a really good reflection of it. I'm not wild about the paint job. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's functional. The car was meant to be driven and not stored or trailered. So again, it's a fair paint job. It looks presentable. So you had some questions about the sill, so I want to get underneath there. And again, you can see that the paintwork is not finished properly. A lot of these bumps are actually body filler that when you do skim coats on it, just didn't get sanded down very well. And there is one area though that I've just noticed right here that's it's not the best, but it's not cancer. I'm pushing on it with pretty good pressure here. It's solid. It's just a drain hole that's gotten a little larger. What I mean by that is you have a hole here that's supposed to be there, as is that one, and there's supposed to be one there, but that one just grew. So hopefully that's not too big of an issue. It can be fixed. It's not that hard to fix, but again, just bringing it up. Bottom of the car, while I'm here, might as well show you. Again, it's all in very solid condition. No rust through. The most common place for rust through is the back, where water will sit, and this one is nice and solid. Stand up here. The rear bumper is also original chrome. This is a scrape, little minor scrape, barely tell it's there on that one. And there is a more significant scrape, but still nothing horrible, right there. You may be able to see it right there. Yeah, that's a good one. You can see it right there. Again, I don't think it's anything too horrid. Sill condition on this side is much the same as we had mentioned on the other side. It was just a lack of attention to detail, I guess, is more than anything. But you can see that The sill space, it's not dreadful. It just needs a little bit of tidying up. So, and especially here. I gotta show you this. I don't want you to be surprised by anything. This part right here, all that is body filler that wasn't sanded down. And I don't know why my friend didn't take care of that for me. He really was in need of money, and he was looking to do this for me to get a little cash, and I let him do it. And well, that's what we're for, right? Help friends out. Well, anyway, the interior. Again, I've not cleaned anything, so this is pretty much how it looks after I pull it out of the garage. I will vacuum it, of course. But we've got our instrumentation, all very solid, very pretty. The carpet is a loop oatmeal, and then the headliner is a beige as well. It's a nice vinyl. Everything works and operates as it's supposed to. Well, the lights are lighting up, and the gauge is just moved, and our turn indication system is working. Our emergency flashing device works, and our radio works, and even this little guy operates, which is pretty unusual because that doesn't always function. I have a trigger shifter lever here, which makes nice clean shifts. All the windows work, all the glass is original, and again, we're talking about the door, nice and solid. Okay, well, I'm going to stop this and fire it up.